Okay. Well, I think we have a quorum. We just have a few people that might dial in a few minutes late, but in respect for everybody's time, we will go ahead and get started. So for those of you that I haven't met yet via the virtual experience here, I'm Steve French, Director of Sales and Marketing at this fabulous resort. We really appreciate you guys taking the time to join us today. We are pleased to, be hosting these during Marriott's Global Customer Appreciation Week. And so I just want to go over a few things that we'll do today. So we're joined by several members of our team here today. Obviously, it's a group effort. We have Mike Wright, one of our senior sales executives, Bill Porter, another one of our senior sales executives, Renee Laurie, who's our destination sales executive here at the resort, and then Bailey Atkins and Jacqueline Savage, our two fabulous sales coordinators, who's really helping us out with doing a lot of the filming today as well. And then we have Amy Taylor, our amazing marketing manager, who is putting all this technology together. So if it works, I'll take the credit. If it doesn't, it's completely Amy's fault. So let's just get that from the beginning. We do have some other folks joining us today. We'll have some time to spend with Michael Sosha, our great leader here at the resort as general manager. Carol Kavanaugh from our partner at Destinations DMC will tell you a little bit about some of the amazing group activities that we can do here on the island and at the resort. And then Kayla, our director of marketing from our Convention and Visitors Bureau, is going to join us as well to talk a little bit about the destination. So once we get things kicked off here, Mike and Renee is really going to go over a little bit of the meeting space. Then I'll provide some updates and some just overview of our guest room product and some of the amenities. Then we'll continue with Mike and Renee talking a little bit about the overall resort, just some of the other amenities, and get you a bird's eye view of the courtyard and different things like that. Then we'll end up back here in the Grand Ocean Terrace where I am now to talk about this fabulous venue and just how amazing it is. We'll talk a little bit, obviously, about our location being here on the beach and the beautiful Chamber of Commerce day that we have here today from a weather standpoint. For those of you that did receive the box and want to help us enjoy an old-fashioned later, make sure that those stone ice cubes might be in the freezer if you want to use those, or any beverage of your choice. All beverages are welcome, anything from water to wine to whatever you'd like, a nice cup of coffee. And then we're going to have some fun, do some trivia. So we'll try to make sure that everybody pays attention because you might win something at the end. But I do have a favor today. If you're able to get on your camera and are willing to do that, I'd love to just do a screenshot of the group. So I'm going to switch over to gallery view here for me. So if you're able to be on there, that would just be amazing. Look at all those smiling faces. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. See if I can get that technology. That's great. Love that pose. That's awesome. Well, we will get started with the program today. But my first order of business is having the pleasure of introducing Dan McCarron. He's our VP of Sales for the New South region with Marriott. Dan's taken time out of his busy schedule today to join us during Global Customer Appreciation Week, as he's making several calls to clients to thank them for the business. So, Dan, take it away.
Yeah, thanks so much, Steve, and thanks for having me, and everyone, thank you for joining. Unfortunately, I'm still on a cup of coffee, which at 3:40 in the afternoon is a really bad sign, but really grateful to be here. This is the best part of what I do, and what better during Global Customer Appreciation Week. For those of you that have been partners for some time, Global Customer Appreciation Week started in 1993 with our Residence Inn brand. It was part of the True North. They're really reminding us of the foundation of which this company was built upon. So it's great pleasure to be with you today, and that much more important during this time of COVID. I know Steve and team will talk about the potential and future of opportunity for all the good things to come, but I did just want to ground us very briefly, it being very relevant in the day-to-day of everything Marriott has done in really the response to COVID in enacting a cleanliness council very quickly that birthed our commitment to clean and our connect with confidence. And all that's set forth to do is to gain confidence for your attendees to make sure we're supporting and coming through in the ability to travel. And so the top trends of today's day and age, you know very well, of the safetiness and cleanliness protocols that you see throughout everywhere you go, the flexibility in contracting, hybrid meetings of what we're doing, but really underscores the foundation of that, which is providing options. And then lastly, affordable technology and event technology more specifically is something that I know that this team does very well. I just wanted to touch on our response to what's going on is sales education. You'll see this in Steve and the team and being experts or engaging the experts in understanding the local ordinances or the flexibility or fluidity in which we can dynamically change to provide those options to you. Streamline the contract process is number two, in partnership, ensuring that we're doing all of the right things by you. And that means different things for different hotels in different areas in the geography that's been hit very differently throughout the country. And then again, revamped meeting protocols. So I think all of that will be touched on, but really we're looking towards the future. There's so much good news coming across, and it's just this timeline in which we could get back to whatever we dictate the new normalcy looks like. But I think all of those things are very relevant for today. But I'll leave you with a resounding thank you. Thank you for everything you're doing for us as a company and individual hotel. And thank you for your partnership. That much more today than any other year that we've had Global Customer Appreciation Week. And thank you for letting me join. With that, back over to you, Steve.
Awesome, Dan. Thank you so much for all that great information. As Dan said, we here at the resort take the safety of our guests and associates as our first priority. We have been fortunate enough to remain open throughout this pandemic. So it's been a blessing and a learning. I think we were sort of at the forefront of some of the learnings that we had back in, say, April and May, where a lot of the Marriott properties and a lot of hotels in general were forced to shut down. Since mid-May, we've been running at almost, sort of normal occupancies and really listening to our guests, trying to meet their expectations, and making sure that we're meeting those as best we can. And we just continue to evolve as this is whatever term we're using these days, a fluid situation, uncertain times, and things like that. As we continue to work with our groups, we have hosted several groups here at the resort here in 2020 and continue to host quite a few on the social side with our weddings, obviously following all the state and local guidelines that we have here in South Carolina, and of course Marriott's commitment to clean as well. But we've been very successful. And to Dan's point, as we work with groups in 20 and 21, we continue to be flexible, working as partners because we're all just sort of learning, how this goes together. So as we get going, we're happy to be celebrating our 35-year anniversary this year here at the resort. We've been open since 1985. We had a lot of fun with that, pulling up some old pictures and old things as the resort has continued to, refresh over the years, which has been really amazing. So we do have the chat box open. Feel free to unmute yourself if you have any other questions. But Amy, our marketing manager, will be monitoring that as we continue to go. So unless anybody has any other questions, we'll get rolling. Any questions out there? Okay. Well, I think we're going to kick it over to Renee. Renee, are you there in the lobby?
Yes, sir. We are here at the Westin HHI in our beautiful fountain. I cannot wait. I know this team feels the same way to share this with you. And we wanted to start with the arrival experience. I think it's impossible, portrait or landscape, to catch the amazing beauty when you roll onto Port Royal Plantation, the plantation that we're located on. The arrival experience really transcends you from whatever that we've been dealing with to a magical low country vibe. We like to say high tides and good vibes. But as you roll into the Westin, you'll begin to feel, I think, the wellness and the spirituality and what we want to accomplish with our meetings to make memories and moments while you're here. So as we roll in through the lobby, let's take a look at that. We'll talk a little bit more about our wellness brand, talk about our Heavenly Spa, which is obviously a huge part of our wellness here, the culture that Westin promotes, the professionalism of its team, the commitment and dedication to making your event successful from every discipline of what we have going on here. So, lobby of our Westin, and as I mentioned, we're a wellness brand. You know, we beach well, we play well, we meet well, we breathe well, and we want you to be better when you leave than when you got here. So from a meeting perspective, I have a long history with event planning and meetings, and I know everyone here takes it very seriously, and we want you to leave as rock stars. Once we celebrate after a successful meeting, we're going to take you to the Heavenly Spa by Westin. It's just right off the lobby here. We're not going to walk all the way over, so we don't want to take up too much of your time traveling, but amazing. We won accolades every year. 9 massage treatment rooms, 4 facial rooms, 2 couples massages, sauna, steam, jacuzzi, hot tub, everything that you could imagine in a spa and then some. Really, really special place. So we're going to cruise on over now. I'm a map girl. I'm sure you guys probably are too, from a logistics perspective, and like to know where everything is. We're going to take a look at the resort map as we cruise through the lobby. Okay, so here we are at our resort map. We'll let you take a look at this. This is where we were. This is the entranceway. This is the beautiful fountain that we talked in front of. We came in through our lobby. The Heavenly Spa was here when we pointed it out to your right. Then as we move over towards the bulk of our event meeting space, we have 37,000 square feet of multi-use event space, all on one level, all easily accessible. And the beauty of it is that it just blends into the rest of the resort. So we can have an amazing exclusive feel for our meetings and events. We won't have to, unless we want to go swimming in the middle of our event, we can do that. But it's really, really well placed over here. Our grand ballroom, 13,000 square feet. We have some really nice breakout spaces, some smaller rooms, war rooms, I like to call them, or swag bag staffing rooms, board rooms. And then if for some reason we don't want to be in the side of, we want to have a smaller meeting, or we need something with a little more natural light, as we roll down this corridor, which is this corridor. I know it's hard to see when we're doing this. I want you guys to be here soon, so we'll do this in person as soon as we can. We have 2 other meeting spaces, Jasmine Hibiscus, Defusky, and some smaller meeting space. So we're gonna cruise by those. We're gonna stop and take a look at View 32, which is our outside bar, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, live music on the weekends, beautiful view of the ocean and pools, flat screen TVs, really, really good place to be. A lot of good stuff happens there. We're going to stop at Oceans, which is one of our outlets that we use. We use it for private events. We also use it for some compression when we have a lot of guests here for an outlet, but it is super cool. Our leadership team has just really done some amazing stuff with it. I think you'll like that. We'll stop there, and then we're going to go back to the Grand Ocean Terrace where Steve and the rest of the team are waiting for us. Take a look at that beauty. I think that you'll really, really love that venue. In the meantime, I'm going to take you over. We're going to look at our grand ballroom, some of the meeting space. We're going to introduce you to our senior sales manager, Mike Wright, and he's going to tag team with me, and we're going to help hopefully showcase what we can that's important to you. Ask any questions that you have. If you think that there's something specific to your needs or that will help you moving forward, just shoot us a chat and we'll get to them at the end of this, or we'll certainly get back to you. Michael, there you are.
Absolutely. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody is ready for a great tour of our meeting space here. First of all, welcome back to the resort for those who have been here, and welcome, period, for those this is your first time here. So as you cross the threshold here, you enter into about 95% of our meeting space. It's all on one level, all in one spot right here, and we're going to take a tour and tell you how we can best help you have a great meeting with us. So you ready? Let's go. Here we go. We're on our way.
And then our commitment to clean. Our masks are back on now that we're inside. So if you have any challenges hearing either Mike or myself, let us know. Once we get in the ballroom in our private space, we'll take them off, but we'll don them throughout the rest of this resort. Continued commitment to clean. So.
All right. Well, right now we're standing in our Advantage foyer. It's a little over 1,000 square feet, but it's a great free function space. You can see it's got a registration booth right here. You can have cocktail tables out here if you'd like. You can have out here if you'd like. Exhibits, just a great networking area before you start into the main ballroom area. To my left back over here, we do have a couple of breakout rooms as well, and 2 smaller meeting rooms that are great for speaker ready rooms and that kind of thing. So we're getting ready to move back down the hallway here into the grand ballroom area, Savannah foyer. You'll notice off to my right here, it's all glass. The entire section here, all the way down the ballroom, is all glass. That's great for folks who want to get out, get the fresh air, get some sunshine, that kind of thing. As we move into the Savannah foyer, you'll notice we do have our restrooms over here for the meeting space. And then as we keep moving into the Savannah foyer, we do have a business center for printouts and that kind of thing, quick copies. If our staff can't help you in that regard when you need them. Okay, we're stepping into the Savannah foyer now. Get a good look at this. You get, again, you get all the glass over here on the right side, natural sunlight. People walk outside, get fresh air. You know, when you're in the low country, you really want to be outside and get the full flavor of what the resort is about. And that's what it is. It's getting outside, enjoying that fresh air, getting on the beach, putting your toes in the sand, taking a dip in the pool, playing tennis, playing golf, all kinds of things we have here for you. But this is just part of it. And we're going to talk about the Savannah foyer here as we speak. So 3,900 square feet of space right here. We do food functions out here, cocktail parties, exhibits. You can do 8x10 booths out here, 6-foot tables, whatever best configuration fits y'all the best. So we're going to move on down a bit further into the Savannah foyer space.
All right, look at this. What I always like to tell our guests too is private porte-cochere entrance, double doors entrance. You can make it exclusive to your group. Really
Absolutely.
Nice parking lot outside. I think Mike's had some great success with some folks using it for multi-use.
Yeah, exactly. Again, you're getting outside. Why not? If you're in the low country, you get out and enjoy the fresh air and the fresh weather and some sunshine. So we're going to walk into the ballroom here. It's the grand ballroom. As we move in the ballroom, you see we've got a lot of space. So we're going to take down the masks as we social distance.
Wow, look at the ceilings, Mike.
Yeah, so 22-foot high ceilings to the soffits. It's great from a AV standpoint because now those folks don't have to worry about putting their AV equipment under chandeliers and going around them and that kind of thing. As we move over to my right here, see the doors over here on my right? Those are double doors that go out to our loading dock. So you have direct access from the loading dock into the ballroom. So exhibitors aren't chasing around to bring their exhibits through the lobby and that kind of thing. It's direct access in, easy out, very, very convenient.
Love that, absolutely. I know too that we have these back doors that work for our banquets for service. That's correct?
Absolutely. So you've got the banquet kitchen is directly behind these doors. There's a little vestibule in there that acts as a sound buffer. So you're not hearing any chatter in the background. And guess what? Hot food hot, cold food cold. It's right there.
Makes it seamless. That's wonderful. And I know that if we can pan up here, this is our offices for our on-site AV. PSAV has been our partners for a long time. On-site here, stay with you the whole time. All kinds of great opportunities for hybrid meetings. We know that we want you here. But the technology and what we've learned in the last 6 months has been overwhelming. So those guys have really stayed on top of all the technology, all of the opportunities, making it affordable, rethinking how we sell AV, Very, very proud of the team. And I think today's the results of some of that
Yeah,
we've learned.
No question about that.
We're
No
very, very
question.
happy to have this guys on site and always happy to provide a quote for you. Wow.
So the next thing I want to take a look at, if you can kind of pan down a little bit here, you can see the neutral colors that are in the carpet here. Makes it ideal for varying tablecloths and napkins and that kind of thing, and that kind of clash. It's very soothing, very relaxing, very low country-ish. So this is it's a beautiful carpet, and it's in great shape, and you just need to come here and see it for yourself.
I agree. All right, so let's keep it moving. We're going to walk out, look at some information that I think is just really easy to see, will be helpful. Mike and I'll go through it for you.
Here we go.
The panorama of the Westin HHI Island Resort and Spa, our beautiful pristine beach, the resort, the low country. What a great photograph.
Yeah, it really is. And one thing that you want to know is that the beachfront, the island is 12 miles long by 5 miles wide, but that's hard-packed sand, so you could ride a bike on it, you can jog on it, run on it, walk on it, whatever you'd like, or just, take a stroll down the beach. If you're gonna ride a bike, make sure you do it downwind both ways. All right,
That would always help me.
So we saw all the space here. Here we are right here. We've been in the ballroom. We've come back out. Now we're standing right here. And some things we want you to keep in mind when you're thinking about Hilton Head Island and the Westin Hotel is the perfect group for us. It's really 250 to 300 people. We can do meet and feed, do breakouts, exhibits, that kind of thing in the rest of the space. We'll see some space a little bit on the side down here, some more breakout space for us. And then a recap on a Savannah foyer really is that it's all natural light. You get this beautiful porte-cochere out here. You can go outside, again, catch fresh air. We've had groups do exhibits in the parking lot before where they've tented the parking lot, put flooring in, that kind of thing. And it actually makes a great exhibit hall. So.
Right, and then Mike mentioned before the 25 tabletops for exhibits in the foyer and 21 8x10 booths. That's significant, but it flows beautifully. There's enough room in the center of the foyer to do a break in between. It's just remarkable. Anybody want to see any diagrams, any photographs to get a better feel of what it looks like, just ask us. We'll be happy to send you any of that.
All right, and then some of the additional space that we do have that are in our diagrams, and we're going to go see some of the outdoor options here shortly as we move out of the ballroom out to the deck. And then one thing we also want to have you keep in mind is, what are the takeaways? Some marvelous resorts, great seasonality, get some great values here. Again, the perfect group really is that 250 to 300 group for us. And you know what? We'll do a lot to get your business. We want to work hard for you and we'll earn your business. We want to see you come here.
We do, and we're very open to the rooms to space ratio. We think differently. We understand that things might need to look a little differently now, so we're going to be much more flexible probably than we have been moving forward. We're just trying to make it work for everyone. Again, what Mike said, our seasonalities, we have seasons within seasons, value season November through March. Today's November 17th, 18th?
18th, right?
I mean, and you're going to get a great value in this beautiful weather. Love to talk about some of those dates, November through March. I think that we can be very, very flexible and put some attractive offers together. The patterns, same for every.
And so one of the things is kind of funny. So there are 23 golf courses on the island, and believe it or not, this is not a place where old golfers come to die. But there is a lot of opportunities here to play golf. We'll see the Grand Ocean Terrace here in a little bit. That's a one-of-a-kind venue that's on the island. Nobody has anything like it. And it's awesome for groups, whether it's an opening night reception, a brunch on a weekend day or something like that, and then certainly closing night banquet, just spectacular. So that's kind of in a nutshell, and we'll send all this information to you after this is over. And if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of us. And again, thanks for your time, and we'd love to see you on the island shortly.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mike. That was great. I love this information. So we are going to mask back up. We're going to take our a stroll back down the Savannah foyer into the Vantage foyer. We're going to go by ingredients in one meeting space called Mitchellville, which is one of our premier event spaces. We have to show you that. Then we're going to cruise out on the deck to view 32. Take a look at the resort amenities, the 3 pools, the hot tub, the view. I know we've been talking for a while and we haven't seen the ocean yet. So we're going to get to that. It never gets old.
It's not good. And it's the, you know, it's the destination, not the journey. So as we make our way out to the lobby out here, and then we're going to make our way onto the pool deck where we'll see a lot of different venues for us.
All right, we're going to approach ingredients right now. One of our outlets, one of our favorite outlets, is open very early in the mornings prior to our Carolina room. Grab and go. Very, very good. Proud of this. We'll take a quick peek in. Starbucks coffee menu for breakfast and lunch. We have a pastry chef, our very own, makes our fresh pastry, so you can't go wrong there. Also, too, it's a pantry, so you know, you can buy goodies, biscotti, cookies, some of those things, and always the beverages and wine. Okay, so we have a lot of great things to offer here. But this is ingredients along with our Carolina room, View 32, and Splash, which is our pool bar. So 4 great outlets to look at and choose from when you're here. Thank you, Jim. All right, so Mitchellville it is. Mitchellville is one of our premier event spaces. We use it a lot for social groups, but we've also been very successful using it for smaller meetings. The views are spectacular. Oh, wow, Michael. Yeah, the fireplace never hurts in an event space, does it? Or it's a chandelier.
Right. So this chandelier was made here on the island. It's indigenous to the area. So right now it's like a hexagonal shape here. Everything looks out to the pool. You got the koi pond, which is right below us here. And then you got the pool areas. And then further out, obviously, is the ocean. And it just makes for some wonderful registration areas, social functions, dinner functions, that kind of thing. If you want to be really private and elegant, this is a great place for them to do that. We also do, we've had exhibits in here and meetings as well. So it's a very, very flexible room. You tell us how we can set it for you and we'll take care of the rest.
And Mike, what's on top of us? What makes us around?
So actually, we are underneath the deck of the presidential suite. So you can see just from this how large that presidential balcony is. Can do 60 to 70 people up there for a cocktail party. I think it's set up there now with a fire pit and some chairs and that kind of thing, some lounge chairs. So it's a great area, and I think we'll see that from above going down onto the deck. So.
Right, but it's a great opportunity for your VIPs or to host something private or more exclusive if you needed to do it in a suite environment. The terrace itself is around 1,600 square feet. The entirety of the presidential suite or Port Royal suite is what?
3,100 square feet.
3,100.
Almost twice the size of my house.
I was saying you can even there. All right, so now that we've looked at the Mitchellville suite, we're going to go to Steve, who is in one of our guest rooms. Steve, are you there?
I think so. I hope everybody's with me here up in one of our standard guest rooms. So I'm here with our friend Jacqueline Savage. Say hi, Jacqueline.
Hi.
So this is one of our standard guest rooms here at the resort. We do have all queen beds and also king beds. But standard amenities that you would expect from a Westin 4-diamond resort. We do have the 55-inch smart TVs that we installed last year. Nice reflection for us in there. And then we removed several of the high-touch items in the guest rooms, of course, and we've included the guest room wipes that's in here too. So we do have all the amenities that are expected in our bathrooms with the Westin amenities, the Heavenly shower head, and of course the Westin Heavenly beds. We're actually scheduled to get all new mattresses here in the next 4 to 5 months, so we'll be ready for the season coming up. But I think it's a great room product, very low country chic, very neutral colors with the entryway and as things enter there. But enough of the fun stuff on the inside. So let's take a quick look here at the outside. So this is a great view here of our Ocean View Resort rooms. And as we talked about maybe earlier today, about 70% of our rooms have an ocean view. And about 75% of our rooms have a water view, including the pools, if you will. So we have 416 guest rooms here at the resort, including 32 suites. We offer 4 different views here at the resort. So we don't have any parking lot views. So there's no rooms that look backwards towards the island. So as you can kind of see, the resort is shaped like a weird U-type V thing. But our island view rooms are on the outside of each of the towers. And they give great views of just vegetation and foliage in some of the areas to the north and south of us. Our next view room would be our resort view rooms, which are located on some of the lower levels here within the courtyard. And then of course our ocean view rooms, which have the most inventory we have of those, are on levels 4 and 5, not only inside the courtyard, but also on the outside of the tower as well, that have great ocean views. And then we have 43 ocean front rooms, which are on the front of each of the towers there, which gives that direct ocean access. So we talked about 32 suites. Jacqueline, can you get a shot of the presidential terrace here, located on the 3rd floor? So just everything you would expect from a great presidential suite with this giant oversized terrace. It's great for entertaining or just enjoying the low country here. So you can also get sort of a great shot that Renee and Michael talked about earlier, just of our courtyard and all the 3 pools that we have, and everything about that's fun is located just sort of right in the middle there. Did mention the 55-inch TVs are smart TVs, so if you for some reason choose to stay on the inside, you can binge watch your Netflix or something else on your apps, but why would you want to do that? We do have a resort fee here at the resort. It's currently $28, which includes a bunch of different amenities, including standard Wi-Fi, self-parking, access to our private beach, access to our pools and the towels, 2 bottled waters a day, and access to our fitness club, which we're proud to say has all the TRX equipment, as Westin is a wellness brand. It's very important to us, and also 3 Peloton bikes. But my favorite, fitness activity when I'm here is just getting outside and getting on the beach. Included in that resort fee as well, is our resort shuttle that runs to our partner golf course, Port Royal, which is less than 1/3 of a mile away. It's literally a 2-minute ride, 2 great championship 18-hole courses, 9 clay hard true tennis courts, and then also 3 pickleball courts as well. And then as part of the resort fee, our shuttle runs down to Shelter Cove, which we'll talk a little bit about earlier, which opens up a bunch of amenities for shopping, dining, and the excursion point for our partners at Outside Hilton Head, so you can get out on the water a little bit. If you look out towards the beach, it's fantastically low tide today. We'll get a little bit closer to the beach a little later today, but you can tell the folks are out there enjoying this beautiful 65-degree day here in November. But as Mike talked about earlier, the hard-packed sand is just an amazing thing. And we have tides every 6 hours here on the island. So when it's low tide, you can maybe not be able to see, but our beach can be anywhere between 100 to 200 yards wide. And again, at low tide, it's hard-packed sand, which is amazing. The town has hired Shores Beach Services, which is a third-party company that will have umbrellas and chairs out there during season, which really runs March through November. And so all the beach chairs and everything are rented through those guys, but you can charge those back to the room. And then just off to the right a little bit, right underneath a couple of our outlets is our partners from outside Hilton Head has their kiosk there where you can do bike rentals. You can also rent beach chairs and umbrellas through them as well if you care to carry those out to the beach. But you can also book your excursions and activities and catch our resort shuttle, do bike rentals there, and charge all that back to your room as well. So it's nice and simple to go. And I think that's all I have for the guest rooms. Mike and Renee, are you back down in the courtyard?
Well, good afternoon again, everybody. We're at on one of our pool decks here, and just want to talk about View 32 for a quick second. This is a new in the addition. This is kind of a very cool outdoor spot for us that's open for lunch and dinner. Stays open about 10 o'clock at night. We do have live music here on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night in season. See, right now we've got some of the heaters up and running, but you get this great view of not just the pool and the courtyard area, but you look out over the Atlantic Ocean and just get a magnificent view there. It really gives you a sense of flavor of the resort and the courtyard area and that kind of thing, and how beautiful this place really is. So we're so excited about it. And at this point, while we're on our tour, I'd like you to introduce our general manager, Michael Socia.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mike.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Renee. I'd like to start out by expressing my truly heartfelt thanks to all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us for Marriott's Global Appreciation Week here and our virtual tour. As I believe Steve mentioned before, we're very excited to be celebrating our 35th anniversary here at the resort. The resort opened as an Intercontinental 35 years ago, and then several years in converted to a Westin. But throughout those entire 35 years, the resort has developed an outstanding reputation for great service. And we feel very fortunate, as I think Steve mentioned prior as well, that we've been very busy throughout the pandemic. And what that's done for us is we've been able to retain really our entire staff, which has allowed us the continuity of that outstanding service that I spoke of. Another thing that it's done is it's allowed our teams to become very adept at managing what we call the new normal post-pandemic, which is, to provide a very safe environment for our guests. And I think that's reflective in the strong occupancies that we've been running throughout this time. But again, I did want to say a heartfelt thanks again for joining us today. And I'm going to turn it over to the capable hands again of Renee and Mike again to take you through the rest of the tour.
Thank you, Mr. Socia. Thank you for taking time to share with us today. We appreciate you and your leadership. So as we move on, we're going to take a couple of glances at our pools. This is our main pool that we're looking down on now. As you can see, a great vista of the ocean. To our left, which we can't see completely, but we have our family pool. The hot tub is in the middle, very, very nice jacuzzi. And then the green roof there is covered heated pool. It's shaded and was it 85 degrees?
85
Mike?
degrees, you're right.
Oh, wow. Okay, for those of us who get too much sun the first day, what a great option for us on day 2 or anytime. 85 degrees is the winter. Also amenities on our pool deck. Our leadership has been very forward thinking with elevating our guest experiences with our cabanas. You can see them right in front of me. We have how many, Mike? 9. Chaise lounges, ceiling fans, flat screen TV, and stocked refrigerators. Who can say no? In addition to our cabanas, you can see some of the beds that we have. These are all for rent. We like to give upgrades to some of our guests, or if you're doing an incentive trip, they're great for spouses for the day. There's opportunities to utilize the resort in different ways and have different experiences here. Mike, then we also have the oceanfront deck for private events.
Oceanfront deck for functions out there. It's can hold about 300 people with you can do some magnificent setups out there, whether it's an oyster roast or a low country boil or barbecue cookout, that kind of thing. We have live music out there, people dance out there. I mean, and what better venue than you're out there on that deck looking out over the sand dunes off to the ocean. I mean, it's just, I mean, that's what this That's what the experience is all about here at the Westin Hilton Head Island Resort and Spa. Is that experience that when you walk away from here, you're going to go, oh, I need to go back. Right. And that's what it's about, right? So we provide that for you, and Mother Nature certainly gives her helping hand as well. We're very excited about that.
Yeah, and too, Mike, along with those fabulous evening events our culinary team puts together, we've had some really great breakfast lunches from some of our meetings. Great way to have a break from general sessions or what we're working so hard on during our meetings. Along with the oceanfront deck, cabana deck is to the left. It's a smaller deck, more exclusive, but 3 cabanas, some chaise lounges, and right now fire pits. So there's a lot of opportunity for that. And on over to the other side, Mr. Sosha brought us a bark park. You know, we're pet friendly. We have a beautiful bark park with an agility course. So again, Westin brand wellness, and we all know our pups and our furry friends are part of our family. So Westin welcomes them always. So another great amenity. Do you think, should we talk about Splash now or when we do the oceans?
We'll do when we walk into ocean.
Okay, we have a really good surprise. Mr. Sosha just let us know that we could give you a sneak peek of our, it's not our newest outlet, but it is our most recently refreshed and some brilliant decor. The local area architect did it for us, or designer?
Correct.
Yes, okay. So really talented local designer created this for us. It's not open yet. We're working on it, just some minor touches, but thrilled to be able to showcase it today. It's called Oceans. And while we're walking to Oceans, we'll talk about Splash that we mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Splash is our pool bar. It services the entire for your day. We'll run a tab the whole day, but great menu, great service. Nice opportunity to not have to leave that day bin. Oh, wow.
So this is a beautiful space. As Renee said, this is actually a 2-story venue, right oceanfront. Splash is underneath, which is the pool bar, and this is Oceans, which is our newly redesigned, really for a PM bar experience. But we can also offer it as a private venue if you want to do a private event for your groups in here, and we think it's ideal. We've shown it to a few of our upcoming weddings, and they are all very excited about doing potential events in here. But I think it lends itself really well for private events. I mean, how often do you get a chance to get a private bar venue with a beautiful ocean view like this? It's just stunning. So.
Right. Bailey, can you get a look at those lights really quickly? Just the creativity, I think, is just overwhelming. I think it's just really remarkable. These windows open too, correct?
They open up and out. Yes, they do. So you get the fresh natural breezes coming in. You need to look at the ocean or look out over the pool, but just a marvelous experience and a very elegant atmosphere.
It really is. We're very lucky to have this. So, are we headed to Grand Ocean Terrace? Okay. Mr. Sosha, thank you for letting us see it. Off we go to Grand Ocean Terrace, which is a very special place. So Steve in the Grand Ocean Terrace, is he waiting for us?
He is, and he's
wonderful. All right.
Well, welcome back. Mike, Renee, you guys took good care of everybody?
yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, welcome to the Grand Ocean Terrace. We've been talking about this venue, but we're going to walk and kind of take a little look here. We put this tree in just for you guys. I wish we could claim that, but we do have one of our lovely weddings this weekend that one of the designers came in and put this in. But 5,000 square feet of just amazing oceanfront space, fully climate controlled. which is wonderful. So you can use it 365 days a year. These nano walls are just amazing. As you can tell, we have them open today because it's such a beautiful day here in the Low Country. But out here on the terrace, again, you can just see the serenity that we have here on Hilton Head. As you look to the left there, where Bailey's pointing at now, everything to the north of us or to the left of us is residential. So what that means is you have even more of a private beach with our location here on the north end of the island. So with that being all residential, you can literally walk 100 yards to the left, even in the summer, and there's really no one on the beach. So that's just amazing. But again, we talked about sort of the low tide that's out there today, which just really lends to that hard packed sand. But just being able to have this venue really 365 days a year to be able to open up the doors and enjoy this beautiful sunshine and these gentle ocean breezes that we enjoy is just amazing. So let's head back in, Bailey. So this venue right here will fit right at about 250 folks under normal standard sets. And everything that we've talked about today that Mike and Renee covered has been sort of our regular sets and regular capacities. Of course, our event team and our sales team will pre-design anything that you need based on social distancing or COVID guidelines. So we really have just been working with each client sort of one by one and what that really looks like. But groups really enjoy this venue for breakfast, especially with the great sunrises that we have here. And it really gives you an opportunity for another venue to do sort of that one night that's a little bit fun. And then a lot of groups will do the awards dinner or something like that with a presentation in the grand ballroom. But just to have this venue here, the access to this from the main hotel and main ballroom is covered the entire way. So just in case it does rain, which it never rains here in South Carolina, that you'd be covered with all your attendees to come through here as well. So before we get to a little bit more on some of our partners for the excursions and activities that Carol with Outside is going to talk to us about, we have Kayla from our CVB, our Director of Marketing there. Kayla, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Take it away.
All right. I'm going to share my screen if I can. It says the host has disabled screen sharing. Are you able to allow that? Can you still hear me?
All right, try that again.
All right, there we go. Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Well, my name's Kayla Boyder, and thank you for having me. It's great to see all of you today. So I'm just going to touch a little bit on the destination overall. So it started with one man's vision, Charles Fraser. He came here in the early 1950s, and he had a plan to keep the destination very close to nature, and he created the highest standards for maintaining that, the environment. And that is still, you'll see that when you're here today. Not a lot of overdevelopment. It's very protected with our wetlands, and you'll see with our pristine beaches. So a little bit about Hilton Head today. We're an award-winning destination. Most recently, we were #1 in the US for Condé Nast Traveler for islands. But we have also been on Travel and Leisure, Forbes, Southern Living, TripAdvisor, many other lists, just to name a few. And also with our Condé Nast announcement, the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport was also named #1 in the US just last month. So to give you a little bit of information on our region, so you'll see that you have Hilton Head over here to the right, and we often refer to it as being shaped like a shoe. The Westin will be right over here, kind of underneath where it says Port Royal Plantation. So you can see that it's located right on the water. But also beyond Hilton Head, with all the wonderful amenities we have on island, we also have Defusky Island, which you can get to by boat. And then we have Bluffton off to the left that you will come through as you come on to Hilton Head Island. And both offer wonderful day excursions as an added bonus to our area. We are known for mild climates all year round, so a trip in January is just as nice as June, and in October is just as nice as April. So you can see that our temperature stays pretty consistent throughout the year. We have two airports that service our destination. We have the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport, and we have the Hilton Head Island Airport, which is located directly on island. We did have some exciting news today with Southwest. They just announced 5 new destinations serving us, which are Baltimore, DC, Chicago, Houston, Dallas, and Nashville. So we're really excited about that as that announcement just came today. So with that, we have 27 nonstop destinations with the Savannah Airport and 7 with Hilton Head. And then these arriving seats are at our peak time throughout the year. Just a little bit of high level numbers on the island. So I believe it's been mentioned throughout, but we do have 12 miles of pristine beaches. The island is 12 miles long, 5 miles wide. We have the 23 world-class golf courses, 300 plus tennis courts, 60 miles of leisure pathways, to over 250 plus restaurants. In a normal year, which obviously we are not in that right now, but we typically have around 61 festival and events, and we have 6 different arts and cultural venues on island. So a little bit deeper into that information. So as I mentioned when I first started about Charles Fraser, it's very important that we keep to the natural resources of the island. We are the first Audubon sustainable community in South Carolina. We also, for the second time, were awarded our Gold Award Bicycle Friendly Community with that 60 miles of public leisure pathways, both for biking and walking. And then we have 1,300 plus acres of protected land, and our town is very active in expanding that as well. We are currently getting ready to open our Low Country Celebration Park, which will have many different areas, lawn and stage area for concerts, outdoor events. There's an iconic playground there that looks like a ship. And there's a children's museum as well as walking trails and boardwalks that will be available. So we're really excited to see that open the first part of 2021. We also have, as we've mentioned a couple of times, the 23 golf courses. One of those is Harbor Town that hosts the PGA Tour event, the RBC Heritage presented by Boeing, which is held in April. We have our 23 golf courses have the 9 to 18 holes that can suit any skill level, and some of our top designers are Robert Trent Jones, Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Davis Love, and many more. We typically see over 1 million plus rounds of golf played in a year, and that number I can only anticipate it will exceed that because golf has been such a big driver given the current times that we're in for this year. We have a lot of history and culture here. We have the first self-governed town of freed slaves, which is our historic Mitchellville Freedom Park. And as you recall, one of the rooms, the meeting spaces in the Westin is called the Mitchellville Room. So we're really excited about that. They're currently working on their master plan and finalizing that will really create an experience museum type outdoor for you to go and see, which will have replicas of houses, stores, and different things from that time, churches as well. We have the Jazz Corner, which was named one of the top 100 great jazz rooms in the world. It has sensational entertainment, but you can also, while you listen to wonderful music, you can have dinner. So it's dinner and a show for you there. We have our Art Center of Coastal Carolina, which brings in renowned acts from all over around the world. They usually do 5 musicals per year, as well as different concerts and dance theater type shows. And then we have the Art League of Hilton Head Island, which is located within the Art Center. They have over 190 local artists that show at any given time throughout the year, and that can rotate out throughout the month. So that's a nice little place to visit while you're here. We are definitely obviously built on the water. We're surrounded by it. So we pride ourselves in that. We have abundant wildlife around, home of 220 plus species of birds with lots of natural preserves to go and watch and do bird viewings. We have the loggerhead sea turtles, which are so important to us. We, I believe, last year had a record-breaking year of 419 sea turtle nest laid. So that's amazing. And then we have the bottlenose dolphins, and those are just to name a few. There's lots of wildlife here to explore. We have obviously the unique waterways with different excursions that you can do, charters, self-exploration, paddleboard, kayaking. And I believe Carol will touch a little bit more on that with Outside Hilton Head. And just wanted to make you aware of we have partnered with the Westin, and we are currently offering this up to saving $11,000, and this is based on the amount of rooms that you bring in. And there are some exclusions, but this is a great offer that we have running right now, and it also includes some discounts to some of our golf courses, restaurants, audio visual, and a few other things. And I thank you for your time, and that concludes my presentation.
All right.
Say it again.
Say it again. Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Yes.
Great amount of information. Anybody have any questions for Kayla? Well, awesome. We appreciate you joining us today.
Absolutely.
I am joined out here on the terrace of the Grand Ocean Terrace by our very own Bill Porter, one of our senior sales executives.
Good
Bill,
afternoon,
welcome.
everyone. Hello. So good to see you.
So, Bill, you want to tell us a little bit about
Let's
what
just
you got?
pause for a moment.
Okay, let's do that.
Pause. They've been
Enjoy.
all over the hotel. Look at this.
Just take a minute.
Just take a minute. Enjoy the view. Look at the people in running on the hard packed sand, enjoying it quietly. You know what else? Just while we see the dogs.
Yeah.
You know what's just on the other side of that tower, our north tower?
What's that?
We have our own dog park. We're a dog friendly hotel. They can oceanfront deck. Great spot for groups, 250, 350 people. I believe Mike touched on this earlier. Evening functions, breakfast functions right here. If you look just to your right, every morning, believe it or not, the sun rises right out there over the ocean, comes right up over the building, and you could have breakfast there each morning as the sun rises.
Beautiful. I don't know why people wouldn't want to be here.
Why wouldn't you want to come here?
And then we also have the cabana deck over there, which is our 3 oceanfront cabanas. Great for smaller groups. We can do receptions of 30 to 40 folks out there. You can also reserve those for your VIPs or hospitalities for groups as well. And then you want to pan back this way a little bit, Bailey, and we'll show just sort of the inside courtyard from the ground up to the rooms, where we talked about the private balcony. Somebody had that question earlier. Yes, they all do have private balconies with 2 chairs and also a small table out there so you can enjoy yourself. But just a lovely view there, looking back up at our rooms. Bill, you got anything else you want to cover?
One thing to note, which has been discussed before, but I want to impress on everyone, is if you look where the rooms face, all of these rooms, both sides on a V-shaped hotel, all look right out the 75% of them, water. Also, they will look over this is a little kid in me, but in the evenings, the pools are illuminated and they change colors, which is just kind of a cool, I like it, People make fun of me for it. I enjoy it.
That's
Blues to greens to yellows. Nice extra perk looking out.
It's enjoyable. It's very much
Beautiful
enjoyable.
thing.
I love it. Well, thank you, Bill.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Will you join us for a cocktail later?
Absolutely.
I love that.
Wouldn't miss it.
Well, let's go back
Good to see
inside.
you all. Thank you.
We're going to meet our friend Carol Kavanaugh with Destinations D for the group activities that you guys can enjoy here on the island.
Hi, everybody. Who's got my clicker for slides?
It's right there.
Oh, it's right here. I got it. How do you use it? That one?
There you go.
Did you talk about that?
Oh yeah, no, not yet.
See, it's not really ready for me.
You're going forward. I'm going to go backwards.
Oh, okay.
So Kayla gave us some great information on the island, but this is just a great map that we like to show folks. I'm going to go on this side. Again, shaped sort of like a shoe. And the island is really, divided up into these different communities, if you will. And most of the island is private access. Again, we're located right here on the north end of the island. As you come on from the mainland, come right down here. We're the first resort that you get to when you come onto the island. And again, everything to this side over here is absolutely residential, so it lends to that exclusivity. Some of these red stars, if you will, are some of the entertainment districts or shopping, restaurants, different things for groups to do. The island does have a trolley system, which is just amazing that you can do a hop on and hop off, and really a great way to see the island. And I believe Kayla also covered the bike pass. So that's just an amazing way to see the island. Renting through our friends at Outside Hilton Head, you can enjoy all the bike paths that run around, and that's just a great way to, but I would recommend drinking on the way back on the bike tour. It's usually a little bit safer when you do that.
A little personal experience in there?
Not I heard somebody that did that.
Gotcha.
So, but we also talked about in a couple different areas, the average temperatures that we have here. So I cannot stress this enough. And if you remember anything today, other than I'm really handsome, is January, February, and March. It's just a great time to be here on the island. Some of our most economical group rates are offered here, and we are very fleece friendly here during that time of year. Even in November, it's a great 65-degree day. And in January, February, and March, no sales lie. We'll get as in many 70 or 80-degree days as we'll get sort of 40 and 50-degree days. But it's winter everywhere. So if you are going to host a meeting in a city somewhere or something like that, why not just host it here? And you'll be at the beach and get to enjoy some of that great weather during that time of year. The restaurants that Kayla talked about earlier, most of those restaurants all have covered outdoor seating with heaters, so you can enjoy it all year long. We also talked about the airports. Great news with the new routes from Southwest. But just again, the island airport, again, with that expansion, with the regional jets that come in from Charlotte and Atlanta, 3 daily connections. You can connect to those airports practically from anywhere in the world. And to be able to land on the island and be 8 minutes from our resort is just amazing. And then in season, which is really April through September, those 2 carriers, along with United, expand out their direct access to the island as well. So it's just a really great amenity to have. And without further ado, friends and neighbors, Carol Kavanaugh, VP of Destinations DMC, our great partner. Take it away, Carol.
Thanks, Steve. We are always so proud to partner with the team here at the Westin. They are a fantastic group. Their catering conference services team is by far some of the best out there. So I know you guys have been listening to a lot for a long time, so maybe shake it out a little bit. My neck just cracked. And take a breath, and we're going to kind of enter the final phase of our presentation here today. Destinations DMC is a preferred partner here at the Westin. We do everything that a typical DMC would do. We love to really focus in on those micro moments, those big wow moments, to make your groups experience really, really special. Outside Brands is our parent company. Outside was started here in 1979 by a man named Mike Overton, who started here as a windsurfing school. He has grown this into 5 different divisions of our company. We have a guide and leisure services side, which is now has a fleet of 29 different power boats. With those boats, we do everything from dolphin eco tours to history and culture tours, fishing charters, and everything in between. We have kind of an amazing storytelling team that likes to connect guests to the area. So we've got those memorable experiences for everyone to take home. Experiential travel is probably about the most important thing that we can do right now. Our team is committed on social distancing and COVID protocols for sanitizing everything, maintaining social distances, and really keeping all of that in mind. As everyone is, when we're on the level that we're at, we really like to say we take it a step further. Our decor and entertainment side of the company is really special. We have a woman named Kelly Korn, who was part of a montage and an auberge background property. My background is in nonprofit event fundraising, so we get the chance to really collaborate and have some high-styled events with some great price points. So it gives people that feel that they're looking for that works for their budget. So we're really, really proud of that. On the team building side of our company, we actually purchased our own private chain of islands. Let me jump ahead here a little bit. Oops, called Page Island. Page Island is a 40-acre chain of islands nestled into the South Carolina salt marsh ecosystem. This is a place you'll find nowhere else on Earth. Once you arrive on Page Island, it's about an hour-long boat ride from here. You get to see some fantastic wildlife along the way, from our amazing population of Atlantic bottlenose dolphins to the great bird life and everything along the way. We like to feel like you're arriving on the set of a Survivor show. So when you get over there, there's nothing to see except nature views 360 degrees. We can use the island as an outpost for activities. So people can all come there and have their choice of doing some backwater boating, some kayaking, maybe a chance to go over to Defusky Island and get a history and artisans tour over there, or just relax in a hammock with an adult beverage. As you can see here on the screen, these are some of the events that we've done there, so we can really, really dress it up and make it a very, very special over-the-top experience. We work with a catering team, the Bluffton Oyster Factory. They're the last working oyster factory in the Southeast, consistently harvesting seafood going back 7 generations. So when we bring a group over to Page, the food is being prepared by the men who caught the fish. On 3 different occasions, we've actually met the shrimp boat coming in to get fresh seafood right off the boat. And let me tell you, there is nothing better than that taste. So there's really some beautiful programs there. Back on the, well, let's take a jump ahead here. This is the newest member of our fleet. This is the Ohana. It is a 49 passenger boat. We've been custom building this boat for the last 3 years and it's just been delivered. We do have some specials on it right now through the end of the year. If you want to bring a group down, happy to accommodate. Really, really remarkable boat. Great sound system, available for weddings, bar mitzvahs, whatever, birthday parties, everything along the way. Jump back a couple screens here. Just some of the services that we offer, everything from transportation to speakers, staffing, just about everything you can imagine from a DMC. We are addicted to pleasing our guests and really like to make sure that everything is easy from start to finish. From how your guests and clients are greeted in the airport to what their evening events look like and feel like, and amazing services along the way. So we are happy to work with you guys on anything we possibly can. Reach out to us, bring site visits here, and we're happy to work with you. Where am I throwing it to, Steve?
Sure. We'll take it over. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
If anybody has any questions for Carol, please put it in the chat box and we'll get back with you. In your goodie boxes, you should have got a 1-pager from Carol, but we'll send out some additional information, just about everything else. So, well, that takes part of this sort of business part of our day today. So if you pan over there, Bailey, you can see the team is just, I don't know, it's happy hour. So, so if you guys want to join us with your beverage of choice, if you want to enjoy one of the old fashions, please do that. But we will distribute here. So we're going to do just a thank you to you guys.
Bailey, this is for you.
And we got one for Bailey there as well. But we'll just do a thank you to you guys for joining us today. And we know it's crazy times, obviously, out there, coming up on the holiday season.
But we're going to have a little toast, a little beverage, and then we're going to jump over and do a quick trivia game and give you guys some prizes and thank you for joining us. So if you have a beverage there, which I hope you do, whatever it is, cheers to you. Cheers to the team. Thanks so much for joining us. Let me see how this tastes. That's pretty good. I'm going to jump over here and get the trivia game up and running.
Okay, do I have everybody? Yes. All right. Okay, so we're going to do this randomly. We're just going to pick some folks off of here. We got 6 or 7 questions. Let's see if you guys paid attention. I'll call on you, and then if you answer the question correctly, we'll go ahead and deposit 10,000 Marriott Bonvoy points into your accounts, which I all know that you guys are like platinum elite members. All right, so let's get ready to go. Cindy, are you with us? You're on mute.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's get going. Let me turn my sound up a little bit here so I can hear better. Okay, first question. I'm sorry?
1985.
Ow, who's the big winner? Woo! All right, next up, next victim. Shay, are you with us?
I am.
Okay, here we go. Which 2 cities have daily flights to the airport located on the island? It's only 8 minutes from the Westin. And here's
Is
your
it Baltimore and
choices.
Chicago? Oh.
Oh, now wait. Try again.
I'm going to say Charlotte and Atlanta.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, let's see who we got next up here. Susan, are you with us?
I am.
Okay. What is the name of our one-of-a-kind oceanfront climate-controlled venue? And your choices are the Grand Pavilion, the Staples Center, Ocean Dunes House, or the Grand Ocean Terrace.
I'll take the Grand Ocean Terrace last answer. Final
There you
answer.
go. You need me to phone a friend. Okay, Terry, are you with us?
Am.
All right, here we go. This one is one of our hardest ones. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, what months on Hilton Head offer an amazing meeting value with seasonal fleece-friendly weather and great space at the Westin Hilton Head? And your choices are?
My goodness, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe November through March?
Yeah.
All of the above?
Amazing. That one was one of the hardest ones we had. Okay, let's keep rolling. We got Lori with us. Lori going once.
Here.
Oh,
Sorry.
there she is.
I couldn't find my unmute.
That's okay. All right, this is another tough one. What are the top activities that groups can enjoy on Hilton Head? And your choices are A, B, C, or all of the above.
All of the above.
Amazing. Smartest group.
Woo!
I tell you, the group we had yesterday has nothing to do with you guys. You guys are nailing it. Okay, here we go. Now, these are a little bit fun here. So, Brian, are you still with us?
I'm still here.
Okay, here we go.
Okay,
so,
go
what
ahead.
are some of the top items from the group that if stranded on a deserted island, which we ask everybody to send us 2 items, that you could not live without? So, number 1, alcohol, cell phone and charger, kids, books, and chocolate, or all of the above?
All the above. I'm gonna say all the
Amazing.
above.
Nailed it. Unbelievable. Angela, are you with us?
I am.
Okay, you're going to bring us home here.
All right. No pressure.
Now, thank you guys for sending these in, but we did have some unusual items that the group could not live without if stranded on a deserted island. So let's see if you can get these. So B, chapstick. C, champagne and pizza. And what was ironic is several people wanted to bring their kids, but no spouses or partners. So is it all of the above?
I go with A, all of the above.
Oh, amazing. Great job. Those were some good ones. It was so crazy. We had 14 planners yesterday, 11 of you guys today. I think one had to drop out, but the answers were so different all over the board between group 1 and group 2. So let me stop sharing there and get back on camera here. And I think hope I'm here. Yeah. All right, so awesome. Well, thank you guys again for taking the time out of your busy schedule and enjoying some time with us. We hope, other than that little glitch that we had at the beginning, which we're gonna send that gimbal back. We just don't know what happened there. But we hope we didn't take up too much of your time. We got done by 5 o'clock. Hope you guys all enjoyed some of the items that we sent over to you as a part of our thank you. Again, with Global Customer Appreciation Week, we really just wanted to take the time to thank you. So whenever you guys are ready and really would love to come and visit us in person, we're always here. We have a great team, as I think you saw today. We have a lot of fun and have some fun showcasing this amazing resort. Wishing everyone health and happiness during the holiday season, and hoping for a safe and quick recovery to all this so we can get back to the business of meetings, relationships, and being in person. Anybody have any questions? Awesome. Well, I still have half of a old fashioned to enjoy, but thank you guys again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.